So this is the second video in a series of tutorials where we will be learning to play the song Make It by Aerosmith. In this video, I'm going to cover the first part of the bridge that follows immediately after the second chorus. Just a reminder, and in case you haven't watched the previous video, the guitars in this video are tuned to drop D. So let's take a look at that bridge. It starts out Alright, let's take a closer look at what I just played. The start of the bridge is played by placing your first finger on the 6th fret of the B string, right here. That's an F note. You also place your middle finger on the 7th fret of the G string. So that's a D note. That fingering combination is also referred to as a minor third. So with your picking hand, you're going to pick the G and the B string 4 times in a down-up pattern. On the second up, you're going to place your third finger on the 8th fret of the B string. That's a G note. So that G note's going to be played on the second up in combination with the D note on the 7th fret of the G string. Okay, from there you slide your third finger from the G note at the 8th fret of the B string to the A note 2 frets up at the 10th fret. So then you're going to do a fairly simple descending run. And this is going to start by going back to the G note at the 8th fret of the same string using your first finger. Then using your pinky finger, you play the 10th fret of the G string. That's an F note. It's right there. Then the 9th fret, the same string with your third finger. That's an E. And then the D note at the 7th fret with your first finger. Then the C note at the 10th fret of the D string with your pinky. Then the A note at the 7th fret of the same string. Let's put all those together. I'll play the whole thing really slow. One more time. The next thing we'll do is add on this next section, and it goes like this. So in order to play that, you put your pinky on the 10th fret of the G string. That's an F note. And then you're going to play that, and then the E note just before it on the same string, the 9th fret. So F, E, F, and then D on the same string at the 7th fret. And then back to the E. And then the next note is going to be at the 10th fret of the B string. That's an A. Play that with your pinky. So we have. Then come back to the D. Play that D note at the 7th fret of the G string. And then you're going to bring your second finger over to the 8th fret of the B string. You're going to play those two notes together. So you're going to pick the B and the G string. Then you're going to switch your fingers. You're going to take your middle finger up to the 7th fret of the G string and place your first finger on the 6th fret of the B string. All right, let's put those together. One more time, slowly. And then you end that phrase by taking your third finger and playing the A note at the 7th fret of the D string. And when you play that, you're going to slide it up toward the 1st fret. You're going to let up somewhere around the 3rd. So I'll play the whole thing together. One more time. Very slow. Alright, so once we've played that A note and done our slide up toward the 1st fret, our fingers are in position to start the next part of the bridge again, which is it slides right back into the minor third that the bridge began with. We're going to repeat about half of what I just showed you. So I'm just going to play this next part, and then I'll show you how the section of the bridge ends. One more time. So the new piece we have is... Alright, the way we play that is you place your pinky on the F note at the 10th fret of the G string. But you do this while you're also pressing the D note at the 7th fret with your first finger. And so here we're going to pull off from the F to the D. If you're not familiar with this technique, this is called a pull-off. So you do your pull-off from the F to the D, and then you play the C note at the 10th fret of the D string with your pinky. So then with your third finger, you're going to play the E note at the 9th fret of the G string, and you're going to bend that up to where it rings out as an F. but you're going to bend it back toward the E. As you're approaching back to the E note from that bend, you're going to pull off to the D note and then play the C at the 10th fret of the D string. And then you're going to finish the phrase by playing that D note, the 7th fret of the G string. So let me play that again real slow, the whole thing. Let's play the whole thing. All right, well, that's all I've got for now. Thanks for watching, and if you feel like you've got something useful out of this video, please hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next week with the second half of the bridge.